Our next speaker is Elaine Cheung, and Elaine completed a Bachelor of Science at the other university in Canberra, as we like to call it, but is also gifted in a range of other things, including pottery, music, and has played violin in orchestra pits for several musicals. Must be what I've got to do with my time. Elaine's work addresses the heartache for victims of serious crime and their families through the application of forensic science. Please welcome Elaine Cheung.
More than 70% of wrongful convictions are due to eyewitness testimonies. Now, this doesn't just happen on TV. It means you could be the one convicted and sent to jail for a crime you didn't commit. And not to mention the actual offender, a criminal, serial killer, is still out there on the streets. Now, memories are so easily biased by the people we see and the things we hear following a traumatic event. My research aims to eliminate this bias. So from a piece of DNA, like saliva, blood, collected at a crime scene, I will be able to predict the facial characteristics of the donor. Things like your ancestry, eye colour, natural hair colour, baldness patterns, ear type. Already you can see how a facial description is coming together without that subjective bias from human eyewitness accounts. So why don't we use this information to generate a molecular photo fit of the suspect? Well, that's the aim for the near future. You can already get a good basic structure of what someone looks like based on whether they are male or female and their ancestral background. So for example, if everyone in this room was a suspect for a major crime, and I told you that the culprit was female with European descent, already we could rule out a large portion of the people in this room. And then on top of that, if I gave you an eye colour and a hair colour, we could narrow that list down further. And that's very powerful forensic information. So to determine these traits, we need representative genotypes or genetic material for each characteristic. Although with modern day populations, there is a lot of intermediate traits and mixed ancestry. Events of migration and colonization in the past means that there was movement between different groups, and this affects our ability to find the genetic root of each ancestral population. And since it's not always feasible to dig up the bones of our ancient ancestors and collect a sample of their DNA that isn't contaminated or degraded, I found another way of inferring their ancestral genotype by applying mathematical models to the modern day samples that we do have and working backwards. So by developing these algorithms and refining them, I will be able to determine what the suspect looks like based simply on their DNA and help reduce the number of wrongful convictions by accurately putting a face to the crime. Thank you.